Hi folks, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to resolve a merge conflict. And again, the scenario starts out with developer A and developer B collaborating on the same repository. And what often happens is we have the master branch and we branch off and add some commits. And then by the time, and while we're branching off and working on the feature branch, a new commit might come onto master, and that touches the same file in a very similar location to the files we're changing, to the code we're changing on the feature branch. So when it's time to merge, we're going to have a merge conflict because Git doesn't know how to resolve the code updates that are so close together. Git is able to resolve code changes that are far apart, but when it's too close together, Git requires us to manually resolve the conflict, and that's the merge conflict that we're talking about here. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know what they are and how to resolve them. Okay, so let's head on over to our workspace here. And again, the left side is developer A's VS Code, and the right side is developer B's VS Code. And the other developer B is going to try to use mainly the command line, but we will use this Git graph to visualize what's happening. And in the middle will be both developers' file system. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is branch off and make some changes. We've gone through this in the other video, so I'm gonna try and go through it quicker this time around. So as always, before we do any sort of Git operations, it's good to always fetch and make sure everything's up to date, which it is. So we'll create a branch. And again, we'll call it developer A branch. See that here. We are, let's pretend we are going to all modify this file 2 here. Modify by A, and so I want to show that this change on line 1, if it's far enough away, Git will resolve it automatically for us. It's the ones that are close together. So develop B, I'm going to have develop B modify after line 6 and close to line 4. So you can see that the merge conflict happens around the line 4 area. So let's do that. So we're just gonna make these two branches here, these two commits, one commit. I guess we could just do it separate. Okay, so let's stage only the first top change. Top modification, and then middle modification. And then we're gonna have see. Let's just have developer B do make the update on master. So again, fetch from origin before we do anything. We are going to modify file 2. So I'm going to say modified by B and in the middle and at the bottom. Okay. So let's get add file 2 in sections. So we'll split it. So the top one will commit first, not the bottom one. And we can see the stage change and also the one that's not staged. Okay, so let's commit the middle one for middle modification. And let's add the bottom portion. Bottom modification. Okay, so let's push that to origin. Okay, so dev B just did this part where dev B made a change to the same file in the same location. And now dev A is going to do this merge here and experience the merge conflict. Okay, so again, before dev A merges, always make sure you're on the latest. Let's fetch it here. And you'll see the change on master. So let's check out to master and pull in the latest changes on master. So now we're ready to merge. So now dev A is going to do this part and experience the merge conflict. I'm going to merge into current branch. And here's the conflict, auto merging, merge conflict in file 2, fix conflict, and then commit results. Okay, so let's take a look what that looks like. here's the merge config, and this allows us to kind of figure out which line we want to keep. And so this is what VS Code shows. If we looked at what file 2 looks like in the text editor, you'll see that it's going to have these delimiters. So this is going to say from the equal sign line to this part, this is the change that was on the branch, and this is the change that was from master. We could just edit this, but VS Code provides us a nice way to kind of look at the changes. So we could accept the incoming change, which is down here, accept the current change, which was on master. So incoming is from the branch that's getting merged into master. And then I normally just use both so I can see it side by side. And there's also other views that they offer. So this is how it looks maybe on master, and then this is how it looks on the branch. So let's just do accept both, and you see both lines are together, and if I wanted to, I can modify it one more time. So save it, and then I can stage the change and then commit it. And now we would have merged, and this one will include the resolution about merge conflict. So this last commit here is the commit where we merged and resolved the merge conflict. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, but have developer B resolve the merge conflict, in case anyone's interested to see how to do it from the command line. Okay, so again, let's push this so everything's in sync. Developer B needs to fetch it, and then get our local master up to date. Okay, so this time developer B is the one that's going to branch off. Oh, but I guess we need another file to modify. Let's see, which is a good file. Guess we can do file 1. All right, let's just do file 1 then. Okay, let's open up our terminal. Oh, okay. Okay, so now let's create a new branch. B. What else? Let's modify our file here. So again, developer B would modify the middle and bottom. is add file 1 in sections. Actually, I'll make sure I'm on this right. Yep, I'm on the right feature branch. And let's hit add file 1, split that, stage the middle section, edit, but not the bottom one, commit middle modification, and then do the same thing. This time we'll do the bottom modification. Okay, so now developer has made these changes, and we have developer A add this change that's in the same location. So this one we'll say modified by A, and it's right above 2 and 2A. So let's do that. And then commit it as 2 separate commits. Stage the top. And let's commit the top modification. And then let's do bottom or middle modification. Okay, so this was done on master. So let's just push master up. Again, developer A should have fetched before any git operations, but I forgot to do that. Okay, so we will need developer B will need to then fetch from origin before merging to make sure there's nothing changed, and there is. So developer B needs to then switch to master, update master, local master to the origin master. And now developer B can merge the feature branch into master. And then now we're going to do this merge right here to create the merge conflict. So here's the message. Automatically merge failed, and we have to fix the conflict and then commit the result. So you'll notice it's the same. We could do it through VS Code, and here it shows the conflict. And if we were to look at it, open a normal text editor, we can see the same type of delimiters. And I'm gonna use VI or Vim to resolve the conflict this time. So if we do git status, we could abort everything. If we just enter in git merge abort, and it'll abort the merge and put the branches back to where they were if you run into any issues. I guess we can quickly do that. Show what that's like. So everything's back to normal. And you have the branch and master separate. But we really need to merge, so let's do that. So we're gonna, after we modify this file to what we want, we're gonna add it and then commit afterwards. Running git commit right here. Okay, so file 1. Here we're gonna keep both. So we're going to get rid of these delimiters, and you notice that the top and the bottom merge edits were merged properly. It's just the one that's too close together Git could not figure out. Okay, so we're going to save and quit, and that essentially made the updated the file. And so now we'll git status, and it'll tell you fix the conflict and then run git commit. And we fixed it. I guess we don't need to add. But I think we need to add. Let's see, if we do git commit, what would we say? Yeah, it's still not fixed yet. So fix them up and then use git add, which is what it says here. So that's what we do. Fix that file, we're going to add it. And then let's see what git status is. So git commit to conclude the merge. Here it shows the change. Okay, so let's commit to finish it off. Again, WQ:WQ to save this as the commit message. And now we have our merge, which is here. So let's git push to origin. And then lastly, let's remove our branch. And then I guess to finishing things up, we should also fetch from developer A's machine. Oops, we should pull. Okay, so again, they're identical now, and everything's ready for the next features. So in this video, we explained how we can resolve merge conflicts, both using VS Code and the command line. I hope that was helpful, and if you ever run into a merge conflict, you know how to resolve it. Thank you.